completed that. Now little bit of the steroid, dexamethasone, and then there will be little bit taken out, and then the yes.
They want to see the fluoroscope.
Fluoroscope?
Yes, lateral fluoroscope.
Lateral fluoroscope.
Not the image, the fluoroscope, actual fluoroscope.
Actual fluoroscope is now placed in the AP.
It's just a lateral view here. What is that?
Just like we are putting it lateral. That's all. Nothing else.
No.
This is 8, is it?
Anything else?
Yes.
Okay. Any more question? So now we will be going for the Gasserian ganglion,
Trigeminal,
and there our target will be the second division. This patient is having the pain along the maxillary division. And again the tricks there already nicely described by Dr. Jain, Neeraj Jain, that there also the trick is visualizing the foramen oval. If you can see the foramen oval nicely, the not half job done, it's 80% job done, 90% job done. The rest of the job is very easy.
No. Come. Okay, now we'll start in the same patient, under the same setting. We are going to start for the trigeminal V2 RF ablation.
Okay.
Now, my idea, like Dr. Jain explained, is a submental view. So you can see that the image intensifier to get the submental view is moved about 30 degrees caudal and about 10 to 15 degrees ipsilateral oblique. So you can see that the image intensifier is going caudal, stop, and then we'll get a view now. Are you seeing are you having a fluoro PIP?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, can you shoot first, please? Okay, so this one is going to be very easy. Can you see the foramen oval?
Show the screen.
Can you see the foramen oval?
No, ask him to show the screen.
Okay, can you focus on the screen, please?
PIP is not working?
Are you seeing?
PIP is not working?
No, PIP is not working, sir, yes.
Pass.
Yeah, now it's there.
It's there?
Sure?
Now it's there, yes. PIP is there. now.
Okay, you can see the very big, very nice foramen oval.
Sure? Some more? Thoda towards the head. Okay, I'll come and shoot. Okay, so I'm going to come there and explain this image, fluoro image. So can you focus on this thing? Are you seeing this and my marker? Once you see that, can you tell me?
Pankaj, can you see the image where the Karthik is focusing?
Yes, now it's visible, yes.
Okay, now
That's
this
clear,
is
yeah.
a submental view focused on the left-sided foramen oval.
Yeah.
Now if you can see here, this is the mandible, okay?
Yeah.
So this is the mandible, this is the angle of the mandible, and the
Yes.
TM joint is here, the mandibular notch is here, the ramus is here,
Yes.
and the teeth are here, okay?
Yes.
Now here is the maxilla,
Yeah.
and then here you see a bit of mastoid,
Yeah.
and then here you see the cervical spine itself.
Yes.
So our area of focus is between the maxilla and the mandible here. So this is our area of focus.
Yes.
So right now I have moved the image intensifier about 30 degrees caudal and about 10 to 15 degrees ipsilateral oblique. So you can see this nice round structure here.
Yes.
That's the foramen oval.
This is too big.
So what I'm going to do now is, since my area of interest is V2, I'm going to drop a little bit of local anesthetic on the skin and then go right into the middle of the foramen oval. Once I feel I've gone into the foramen oval itself, I will switch over to lateral view and then make sure I've passed the zygomatic arch. Hopefully we'll be able to get a true lateral view again. This image is clear?
Yes, clear.
Any doubts, anybody?
No.
Okay.
So for the mandibular nerve,
Sorry?
it is set in the center of the foramen oval. Maxillary nerve.
Sure.
Karthik?
Yeah, sorry?
For the maxillary nerve,
Yeah, maxillary, yeah.
yeah, so you'll be selecting the center of the
Yes,
foramen
yes. So
oval.
if it was mandibular, I would have gone to the lateral aspect. If it was ophthalmic, I would have gone to the medial.
Yes.
Sure? Sure? Okay, so that's my point of entry. So somewhere in the middle should.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm going to drop a little bit of local anesthetic there. Small
Okay.
injection. It's very, very important that you keep talking to your patients when you do blocks, because they are a neurological monitor, and if something is going wrong, if the patient is not fully anesthetized, you may be able to pick it up, especially when you're doing head and neck procedures. So, and even for that matter, endoscopic spine procedures. So even though it may be a little bit difficult for the patient itself, a little bit of mild conscious sedation is acceptable. And if your patient is awake and aware of what's happening and is reasonably comfortable from pain, that gives you an invaluable support. Okay? So same RF needle. Sure. Okay, so my needle is right in the middle of the foramen ovale there. So I've infiltrated local. I'm trying to go end on into the foramen ovale with a 22 gauge 10 centimeter RF needle with a 5 millimeter tip. Shoot. So you can see that my hub is on the left side, tip is on the right side, and the tip is actually hitting the ramus of the mandible. So I have to move it medially. Sure. Okay, I'm getting there. So I just have to move it a little bit more medially. Sure. Getting there. So one of the things that if you're a beginner you can do is you can hit the walls of the foramen ovale, so you get the idea of depth. So once you hit the depth, then you can walk over into the foramen itself. If you're reasonably experienced, you can go into the foramen ovale itself and then go to shift to lateral view. Now the bent is not along the bevel, so I'm getting confused out here. Sure? Oh, the bent is the other way.
Yeah. Band is, I think, opposite direction.
Yeah. Okay, so you can see that my more or less reached an end-on view, and it's right in the middle of the foramen ovale. So I'm probably going to hit the wall of the foramen ovale. I'm probably going to dip it inside a little bit. Once I'm inside, I will know that I'm inside by feel. Second is because through the foramen ovale, you get these male structures here. You get the mandibular nerve coming out. You get the accessory emissary veins, and then you have other structures that are coming out. It's a vascular structure, and since you touch the mandibular nerve itself, the patient can have a little bit of discomfort here. If it's not possible to do it with a consciously sedated patient, it may not be a bad idea to give short-acting anesthetic like propofol, and then once you're inside, awaken the patient for the stimulation itself. Just going to walk into the foramen ovale now. He's having some discomfort. Shoot. Can you see my needle?
Yes.
थोड़ा सा दर्द होगा, थोड़ा सा adjust करना. Sorry. Sure. I'm giving something, some midazolam, some midazolam, some more.
Another one or penta.
Yeah, fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
Yeah.
Please give fentanyl before midazolam, please.
That is how many milligram? How many microgram?
So 1 hour 50.
Okay, give about 25 microgram of fentanyl.
Half an hour.
Can you shoot again?
Plus it off.
Karthik.
Yeah, it's right in the middle there. I'm happy with the needle position. So I'm just sedating the patient a little bit more, so he's more comfortable. Once I'm inside, then we'll check, go to lateral and then start stimulation.
I don't want to go to
come to
lateral at
lateral.
this time.
Can you save this image and come to lateral? Relax. So now I'm shifting from the AP to the submental to the lateral view. In the lateral view, I want to be just past the zygomatic arch. Once I feel I am in the Meckel's cave itself, I'll do the stimulation and then I'll do the RF ablation. Probably will not wait for the RF ablation. Once I do the stimulation, you can shift over to the next case. Okay, can you get the C down? Okay, thoda. Okay, sure. Okay, stop. Can you give me a marker again? Okay, can you focus on the C? Please come out. Focus on the C. I want to explain the image.
Yeah, explain it on the scene. Yeah.
Okay, can you see this image, Pankaj?
No. Yes. Yes. No.
Can you see my marker?
Yes. Ask him to make it little enlarge it. Enlarge this. Bring it as a main screen. Bring this. Yes. Main. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Can you see?
No. No.
Focus on this.
Yeah. Enlarge this one. No, not this. The other one. Yes.
Are you see?
Yes. Yes. Now I can see. Yes.
Okay, now you can
Yeah.
see this image here. So this is anterior, this is posterior, this is superior, this is inferior.
Yes.
So you can see here, that's the auditory meatus,
Yes.
that's the TM joint itself,
Yeah.
and this is C2 vertebra.
Yeah.
So you can see that that's the zygomatic arch, the
Yes.
spinopalatine fossa are here. My needle is coming in like that. The foramen ovale itself is here, so it's past the foramen ovale and entered into the Meckel's cave here. That's the pituitary fossa, that's the clivus, that's the petrous part of the temporal bone.
Yes.
You can see a faint shadow of the external pinna, and then that's the mastoid itself here. So today morning, Dr. Jain was concentrating on the angle formed by the clivus and the petrous part of the temporal
Yes.
bone. This is that angle.
Yes.
So this needle is more or less corresponding to that, and also it's about 3 centimeters anterior to the external auditory meatus itself.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with this image. So probably I'll go in a little bit more inside. I want to be here somewhere and then start a bit of stimulation. Hopefully I won't get too deep into the dural sleeve itself and get some CSF. Okay. So right now the plan is to go a little bit more deeper.
Okay, Karthik.
Shoot again.
Karthik,
Yeah.
just show us on the.
Yeah. Relax.
Just
What-
show.
Yeah,
show
yes,
us-
Pankaj.
Yeah, just show on the screen on the lateral image V1, V2, and V3 distribution. Where should we tip of the needle for V1, for V2, and for V3?
Okay, back. Okay,
Yeah.
get back to that. No, it's not. Okay, now the Meckel's.
Yes, yeah.
Can you see, sir?
Yes, now it
Okay,
is.
now the foramen ovale is at this level,
Yes,
and then this whole thing is the foramen ovale. The Meckel's cave is somewhere here.
yes,
So the fifth cranial nerve comes out from the pons and the brainstem, and it comes out like that, and the
Yes.
trigeminal ganglion is somewhere here,
yes,
and then you have the mandibular that goes down like that and supplies below the jaw,
yeah.
and then you have the maxillary that goes like that. So the spinopalatine is hanging from the maxillary, and then you have the ophthalmic. So all these three branches are originating from the trigeminal ganglion here. So I told you during entry, so because phylogenetically they are divided like that, if you want to go for the mandibular, go to the lateral aspect, for the maxillary, go to the middle, and for the ophthalmic, go medial and also a little bit rostral.
Basically lateral to medial.
Yeah.
Start from lateral and go to medial.
Yeah. So once you do that, the main thing is the stimulation. So in this 10 centimeter needle, the 5 millimeter, the last tip is where the action is going to take place. So that activity has to be along the branch which you want to block. So right now I'm going to check for motor stimulation first. If I get motor stimulation, I know I'm stimulating the mandibular. So I don't want to get motor stimulation ideally, and I want to get sensory stimulation along the maxillary, and then I'll give local and then do the RF ablation. So there is a possibility that I may have to block V2 and V3. I will take that chance, but hopefully I'll get only V2. So usually the stimulation can be done like what Dr. Jain did in the beginning, like in the morning, like sensory and motor. Of late, there are people who say the motor is to be done first and then the sensory. So I'll do it by the textbook, do this motor stimulation, check for masseter contraction, rule out mandibular, and then do V2 stimulation. Okay? You got what you wanted, Pankaj?
Now is
Yeah? Pankaj, you're okay?
no, carry
Hello.
on. Carry on.
Yeah?
Carry on.
You okay?
Yeah.
Answer. Okay, now we'll do the stimulation. Okay, oh, sorry. Sensory, motor stimulation, motor. So doing motor stimulation now. If the camera can come towards the head end and focus here, this side. Can you come from? Okay, so you see that I'm getting beautiful masseter contraction, which I don't want at this stage. So I probably will have to go. I'm getting beautiful masseter contraction at 0.5. Can you reduce it?
Yes.
Can you appreciate the masseter contraction?
Yes.
So I don't want that, unfortunately, in this case. So probably I'll have to go a little bit more deep.
So Karthik, first you are doing motor stimulation.
Yeah, of late the textbooks have changed to go to motor first and then sensory. Personally, I do sensory and motor first because somebody pointed out in the morning. I might as well stick to the textbook. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Can you shoot again, please? Shoot. Okay, you can see I've gone in a little bit more now.
Yeah.
Now we'll check for motor and then sensory again. Sorry, sir. One of those situations where I unfortunately cannot sedate this patient more. Motor first. So I'm doing motor stimulation right now.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be any motor contraction. Okay, so I've gone up to 0.8 now. There is no
Okay.
masseter contraction. Stop.
Okay.
Now we'll do sensory. Okay. अभी बताइए कि शॉक जैसे लग रहा है, अगर लग रहा है तो कहाँ लग रहा है, ठीक है? Starting sensory stimulation. लग रहा है कुछ? कहाँ लग रहा है? कहाँ पर लग रहा है?
লাগছে কোথাও ঝুনঝুন করছে কি? কোথায় করছে?
दर्द वहाँ पर है?
যেখানে আপনার ব্যথা ছিল সেই জায়গাতে করছে?
Okay, so he is saying he is having some stimulation where he had pain, and also I have ruled out masseter contraction. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to do the RF ablation. Before that, I'm going to inject a little bit of local anesthetic there, and then
Karthik,
yeah.
you don't want to confirm that whether you punctured the cistern or not.
Sorry,
Yes.
sorry. What?
Yes.
No. What is your doubt, Pankaj?
No, that is what I was asking. You don't want to confirm that you have punctured the cistern or not.
No, Pankaj, I didn't get you. What is the doubt?
No, I just wanted to ask you whether you have punctured the dura or not. How will you confirm?
I'll confirm it. I'll do a negative aspiration, not to worry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Relax. Sorry. Relax. Okay, I'm going to take a 2cc syringe and then do a negative aspiration. Give me a 2cc syringe. And then I'll stimulate again and then do it. Sorry? Let me do a stimulation and then we'll do the thing. Sorry. So I'm aspirating with the 2cc syringe. You can see here, nothing coming out. Okay? So we'll do the stimulation again and then do the RF lesion and then hopefully sedate him also some more. Motor?
Can you take another lateral shot?
Sorry?
Can you take another lateral shoot? Lateral.
Yeah, you can. Stop.
Take one other.
Okay, I can do it. One shot, please. Okay, that's fine now. Okay?
Okay.
So I probably was about 5 millimeters deeper than this. At that point, I got a bit of CSF. So
Yes.
probably the dural sleeve itself is a little bit lower.
Yeah.
So that's fine. I'm okay because I'm going to do only an RF ablation. I'm not going to use neuralitic.
Okay.
So there's no possibility of it going into the CSF and doing a total spinal or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do a
Okay.
sensory stimulation now.
So you are doing motor stimulation?
We will.
Is it motor stimulation?
I'm going to do sensory first now.
Sensory, okay.
Ask him if he's getting a shock. कुछ shock जैसा लग रहा है?
যন্ত্রণা রঞ্জন করছে যেখানে ব্যথা ছিল সেখানটায়
Okay, so he's having sensory stimulation along the maxillary. Let's see if I get motor stimulation now. Go up to 0.1. Slow. 0.1, slow.
RF machine.
Some more?
Okay. Can you
Motor
just
is
show
on.
the settings?
No motor.
RF machine.
Okay, stop. Okay, this setting right now, I've just stopped the motor stimulation. If you want to focus on the RF machine itself.
Yeah. Focus on RF machine.
So the positioning is confirmed. So I'm going to do a negative aspiration again, and then I'm going to do my RF ablation. You can give some more fentanyl. Who was asking for fentanyl?
So motor stimulation is negative.
Karthik, we saw some CSF coming out.
Yes, I'm doing a negative aspiration. Can you see? After that, I've withdrawn the needle. I'm doing a negative aspiration right now.
Okay.
Can you focus on this one second? So I'm doing a negative aspiration now.
Okay.
Can you see?
Yes.
Nothing is coming.
Yes.
Needle disconnected. Nothing is coming.
Good.
Okay?
Great.
Give some more sedation. Okay, so more sedation for the patient, and then I'm going to do the RF ablation. Okay, if the next patient is ready, you guys can start. I'm going to do the RF ablation in at about 60 degrees centigrade, 65 and 70. I'm going to do about 4 lesions because he's been having this problem for some time
Karthik.
now. Yeah?
Dr. Jordan is asking, can we give local anesthetics? But since I think we had already got a little bit of CSF.
No, I'm probably not going to give.
Okay.
That's why I'm sedated him.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so I'm going to do what Dr. Jain did in the morning. I'm going to start with maybe 50 and then go on to 60 and 70. 70 I'll probably do 2 lesions. Okay, 50.
Dr. Pangas sir?
Any other doubts? 50.
Hello, Dr. Pankaj sir?
Yes.
Now we are at least here we are going to switch off that audio visual. RF listening is going to start over here and preparing for next case beside.
Okay. So what is the next case? What is the next
Minus
case?
stimulation.
Spinal cord stimulation.
Okay.
Any doubts, Pankaj?
Any questions?
Off.
Yeah.
Some more sedation.